Alert, alert, this is Charlotte Shotgun.
It's Joel Tatum, and it's that Little Gay Talk Show.
All the way from Houston, Texas.
Let's get into it, girl. Hey, 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 it's that Little Gay Talk Show. I'm your host, Joel Tatum. Charlotte Shotgun could not make it this week. She is feeling a little under the weather. She has a little bit of a sore throat, which I said, bitch, stay home. Bitch, stay home, because you know what? With all the stuff that... Yes, exactly. With all kinds of... Now, I'm not saying she has corona. That bitch, she's too tough for that. She does not. But she told me, she goes, you know what, Joel? I have a little bit of a sore throat. And I said, you know what, girl?
Don't we all?
Stay home. Stay home. I have it's not just me today. I do have a special guest.
I know. Whose voice is that? We keep
I know.
hearing.
I have a special guest. It's a blast from the past.
Oh Lord.
For the few of you out there who remember,
Oh, I'm one of those now. You're
from
like a paleontologist.
I know from those of you who have stuck by
The graveyard.
even through those first few months of coronavirus, you stuck by this show. Guess who's back? Say hello.
Hello, hello.
It's Charles, everybody.
It's not Charles.
Okay, you know it's Miss Pinky.
It's Miss Pinky.
Miss Pinky.
It's Pinky.
You know what?
You're actually the only one who calls me Miss Pinky.
I know. You know what, Miss Pinky? I have to say this. Before I pushed a little button, while you were outside taking care of business, I'm like thinking, you know what? This bitch had a nickname and I can't remember the name.
This bitch.
I said, I know she has a nickname, but I can't remember the name of it. But as soon as the mic turned on, I went, Miss Pinky.
Bitch.
It's Miss Pinky.
Sitting across from me
Yes.
on all of my pink art
Well,
supplies
you know, we
and
you
my
know,
pink ass hair.
Yeah, I know. Well, she was here actually earlier, and we had a lot of interesting conversations. So we were just catching up and everything.
We was
else.
catching up like
We was
old
catching
girls
up
do.
like old girls do. Which, by the way, kind of gives me a little bit of, and Miss Pinky will acknowledge this. Sometimes it's time to talk about the past and how to put the past behind you. And I think this is an episode where we can really start talking about the past
Ooh.
and everything else, and talk about, you know.
Are we gonna have a Timon and Pumbaa moment, or like a
Lord.
Rafiki and Simba moment more?
Okay, you might know a little bit more. You know, I only watched Lion King maybe once.
Oh, girl.
And the animated version.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen the live action all the way through. I think they've ruined every single one of those.
You know, what is it with Disney? This is what I'm talking about. What is it with Disney trying to make everything
Greed.
live action?
Greed.
I mean, have y'all run out of ideas in the Imaginatorium? Or is it the Magitorium? They used to call it that.
Imaginarium.
Imaginarium, yes. In the Imaginarium, you can't tell me that somebody at Pixar hasn't come up with some new ideas. Although they do have some new movies coming out that seem to be quite interesting. We are still focusing on doing old movies and making them...
Redoing the classics.
Redoing the classics.
And as Fox
Mm-hmm.
Presents has shown us, redoing the classics is a bad fucking idea.
Okay, what? I'm sorry. Was that the Little Mermaid thing that they did? Or?
No, that wasn't Fox. That's Disney. Disney is redoing the Little Mermaid in live
Well,
action.
I thought Fox redid.
But Fox did Fox Presents Rent
Oh,
live.
yes. Oh,
Fox
yes.
Presents Rocky Horror Picture Show
Oh, God.
live.
Oh God.
I think the first one they did that was a success that people appreciated was Fox Presents Grease live.
You know what?
And it was years prior, and then they started doing these other ones. But it was Fox. Like I feel like it was a grab to be inclusive because they just grabbed up any drag queen, transsexual, gay person, gay storyline, etc. to stop them from going under.
Are we talking about Grease or are we still talking about Red?
No, we're talking about Fox.
Okay.
Because Fox has that whole huge right wing kind of hard right.
Are they?
You know.
Are they hard right? Well, that's Fox News. But
it's-
Fox,
it's all the same network.
The network, which is now owned by Disney, by the way.
Right. Which
Fox
is
News
why-
is not, unfortunately, owned by Disney. That's a different thing. Rupert said, no, you can't have Fox News, but you can have all the rest.
Right.
So
So
Disney,
in order to separate themselves
Yes.
from the Fox News hard right
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of repertoire that they had, they started doing these.
but that was before Disney bought. That was before Disney bought Fox.
I think that was
that was
to
they were in the
encourage
they were in the
Disney
process.
to buy it. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, we love the gays. No, come and sign this. No,
Yeah,
please
exactly.
buy this from
Yes,
us.
please buy. Let's include some gays
We want
in the
that
talking points.
exactly. And so they put these people in the wrong roles, like the roles that were pivotal and like important at the time. They just stuffed somebody in that role who happened to be relevant in the, Hollywood
Yeah,
scene as a LGBTQA asterisk ampersand at .com and just put them in any role and like it made,
Someday we'll be able to figure out what the ampersand and the other ones mean, but we're not going to talk about it on this week's
I
show,
experienced
so.
the ampersand.
Did you? Because I've always found the ampersand of all the symbols to be the sexiest one. I don't know why, and I didn't know what an ampersand was for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
just
when
the at symbol, isn't it?
no, the ampersand is the little and sign.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That-
the
okay.
ampersand. Yeah.
That was my other guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And it is the sexiest. But I think that's because it's the hardest. You can't it's a mind fuck.
It is a mind fuck. It's fine if you're typing or something, but if you're trying to
I mean, you write it, you're like,
you write it, it's never going to come out.
it's like the G that they
Yeah, exactly.
had since taken out of font.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard to find now. Like
Yeah.
that Times New Roman G. That's just those two. It looks like a pair of armless glasses laid on their side with the two circles.
Oh yeah.
It's like people couldn't.
Wait, can you? Is there where I can't
Times
find
New
it?
Roman.
Really? I did.
That used to be the G for Times New Roman, and
Yes.
it's since been gone.
Yeah, it's
been eliminated.
It's been eliminated. It's been said that no one uses it, so why do we still have it?
Probably because kids stopped being able to identify it.
I'm going to be honest. I stopped being able to identify it. It's been years. When was the last time? It's funny. I talked to people in my age group who were like, "Oh, the kids don't know how to use an analog clock, and the kids don't know how to use proper cursive and all this other stuff." And
I was like, "Wait, use proper cursive?"
I'm like, "Wait a minute. Do you even know how to use? You complain about." Now, analog clocks, I get. I know how to read an analog clock.
Right.
When I talk to a younger kid and they see an analog watch for the first time, and I ask them what time it was.
Well, and
they
the
didn't
funniest
even
thing is
know.
they're wearing one on their wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
And you ask them what time it is, and they're like, "What?
Well, it's Roman numerals.
Does this
and
tell time?"
We don't teach Roman numerals anymore.
Well, right. And even if it's not Roman numerals, I mean, because mine doesn't even have any numbers on it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
they're
just
like,
has a
"Oh, I
little
thought this
line.
was a bracelet."
But we know how to read it because we were taught how to read it. And the fact of the matter, and I had to tell you this, and this is going to sound odd, but there's a subset of gays who knows what I'm talking about. When it comes to the Super Bowl and Roman numerals, I don't know what. I usually have to Google it because I'm like, what Super Bowl? It's CXXVIWTZ, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Like XL is 40.
Yeah, exactly. XL is 40. And
I got all excited for this game for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, so
I thought there was going to be a bunch of chubby men. I'm going home.
So, I learned Roman numerals up to a certain point, and I do know most Roman numerals, except for the middle ones. The 40s, the 40s through the 100, I do not know.
Because they
I
get
do
a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, they get a little bit fucked up.
Like they throw those the horizontal lines that actually mean something versus like
yeah, exactly.
It used to just all be verticals, and cut a certain way, and like you stack up the X's and those are 10s, like an abacus, and the same kind of counting system.
Yeah, exactly.
Is where the Roman numerals were relevant. Because then you have the abacus. It's like, okay, all of these X's, they're all 10. So if there's 4 of them, that's 40. If the hashes are on the left, you subtract. If they're on the right, you add. If there's a V, that's 5.
Exactly. So, and if you put a certain letter in front of the V or behind the V, and
It's
then
add or subtract.
it's
It's either
add or
4 or
subtract.
6.
You add it. Yes,
The
exactly.
same way
So-
it was from 10.
Yeah, exactly. So I know everything up to 40.
'Cause
But
I think
from
that's
40 to 100, I don't know the in between.
That's when they bring in the L.
Yeah, and the L's and it's
And
like
there's an M. 'Cause
yes,
I, like,
there is an M.
Because I did Roman numerals. I did a tattoo design for my aunt, for my cousin, and doing his birth year. You know, obviously it was like 1980 something, so it was 1908, you know, whatever. But it's all one number, so it's all one numeral. And so that's where I discovered that there is actually an M. I feel like your phone is connected via Bluetooth
It
because
is connected.
we can hear you clicking away.
I know. I'm sending a special text message to someone who's probably going to call on the show.
I love that.
Yeah, who's probably going to call on the show here in just a minute. And you know, I did not realize.
I hear it. I'm like,
I'm like,
oh shit, my headphones are fucking up.
But
now
you know
too.
what? The funny thing is that so will everybody in the audience. So they're like, they'll recognize it. They're like, oh, somebody's texting somebody and forgot to turn.
Right. And they can automatically guess your age group.
Yeah, exactly.
By how close together the clicks
Exactly.
are, because
Exactly.
those were very slow.
I am now in the age group. You know what's funny is that and
Because
it,
it would maybe be like.
it really frustrates me sometimes because when I you know I'm used to using Zoom and all kinds of and FaceTime and all this other stuff. So when I talk like my mom, I talked to my mom last week on FaceTime, and her face is literally in the phone, and I'm like, Mom, okay, you can back the phone up. Can you please back the phone up? I can't see your face.
/tag buy a nose groomer.
I know. And she's like, but I'm using it right? I'm like, well, you answered it, so I guess you're using it right. At least you answered. At least you didn't.
God.
The last time I tried to use FaceTime with her, she's like, I don't know what this is. So I didn't answer the phone, and I'm like, but you saw my name pop up.
Right.
I don't understand. I wanted to see your face. And she's like, well, I didn't know what it was because it said FaceTime. And I'm like, okay. Here we are. And here I am doing the same thing. So I know now I feel like that I'm like, now when I have someone younger across from me going, Joel, here's how you really do it. And I'm like, shut up. I don't want you to admit that. I don't want to admit that sometimes when it comes to technology, not all the time, but sometimes I get a little,
That makes me want to play like a soundbite from that video with the kid and the cookies. Like, I don't like you all the time.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
OMG.
OMG. But yes, sometimes.
But no, it's been a minute, girl. It's been a minute. And I'm not going to lie. I have been busy. I've been working my ass off. We got all this corona bullshit going on. And I really need to catch up on what I've missed.
What have you missed? You know, why don't you tell us, first of all, aren't you doing your carpentry thing? You're doing your design thing?
I'm still doing the design. I'm still doing, you know, it's still worldly exposure, design and solutions. You know, it's getting more polished. It's getting more streamlined. I'm getting more and more set up to where I've got a foundation underneath me. So I'm loving that. And that's kind of the best explanation for my absence. I'm sorry to all my fans out there. I've been gone. But I'm back. Hopefully back.
I'm laughing because she said fans. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my God.
He'll realize that, like, oh, that's what she meant when she has more than 3 followers.
I watched Boys in the Band, and I thought that queens are supposed to always be evil to each other. So
and I believe that.
You know what? Have you watched Boys in the Band?
I have not.
You neither. Oh, you need. Oh, really?
No.
You need to watch the 70s version, and you need to watch the new version, which is on Netflix, by the way. Ooh. And the Netflix version is still based on the 70s play. So either way, you're still going to get a bit of the 70s in it. But
is it like they did when they did Tales of the City, and it's like a continuation?
No, Boys in the Band was one of the first Broadway plays to talk about the gay experience in the 1970s. It was groundbreaking at the time.
Right.
and there is a 70s version that they made into a movie in the 1970s.
Okay.
And
now there's a TV show?
Yes, there's a TV show. Well, it's not a TV show. It's a movie on Netflix.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
It's a movie on Netflix, which he's on his phone now looking up.
I know. I'm about to
Boys in the Band.
put it on my
And you
my
have,
list.
Yes, and I don't want to say that you have. I don't like using character names for actors, but you do have Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. I cannot remember the act. Oh, you know what?
I can't remember the actor's
You know what?
name.
I have my iPad
Look at her
here.
being all
You know, I'm
techie.
Yes, I'm all techie here.
She's got.
You know, I always tell people when I talk about things, I'm like, fuck it, Google it.
I fell asleep at the wheel. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. She wants to tell me how to drive. I'm gonna fall asleep and let her drive this motherfucking shit by herself. It's like, oh shit! She's reaching across, grabbing the wheel, like, oh my god! And she done learned how to do it. Yeah.
I know, right? So
the same way I learned how to swim, my mom pushed me in the deep end at the Y.
I mean, oh, good Lord. So yes,
I said, you know what? You drive.
Jim Parsons, by the way, Jim Parsons.
You know, I kind of was.
Yes.
I didn't know his actual name, but I was kind of.
And you know, he's
thinking that he might have something unpronounceable.
He is. It's not. He is. He's
That's
actually
very plain.
He went to the University of Houston. He is a Houston native. I think he's a Houston native, but he did go to the University of Houston.
I know he's a Texan native.
Yeah, he is a Texas native.
And he's actually from Texas on The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's from Texas.
Yeah, exactly. From a little town that's a little north of Houston, which I thought was so cute. It's a fictional town. It's not a real town, but it's slightly
he
north
is actually from Texas, regardless of where in Texas he's from.
Exactly.
He is a Texan, for sure.
He is definitely a Texan. Ooh, excuse me. And I know. So if you need to watch anything gay, you need to watch. You definitely need to watch.
It's very
Boys in the
rare
Band.
that I come across those like quintessential, must see.
Well, I think that
I haven't seen.
Yeah, I know. I and I think that I love the fact that the community is Ryan Murphy, who has been amazing on Netflix, Hollywood, Ratchet. Ryan Murphy has Pose is not on Netflix, but he has just been on a winning streak.
Is she the one who wears the gowns?
Ryan Murphy. No.
Oh.
That's Billy Porter.
Ryan Murphy is that's not who I
know.
No,
Ryan Murphy is a producer. Extraordinaire. He is really bringing gay themes to a lot of mainstream media, and he's really. I mean, he started with. Well, actually, he started before that, but Pose is his biggest hit on Fox
to date
so far. But on Netflix, Ratchet is the shit right now. Ratchet is the thing that everybody is watching. And Ratchet is the story of Nurse Ratchet from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, one of the greatest villains of all time, in the AFI Top 100 villains of all time. And he is bringing a prequel story of how she got started and everything else, and it's done fantastically.
Oh, okay. So from American Horror Story gal. Okay, I looked at that and I was like, I was like, I don't know.
Every person, I watched an episode, and I hate to admit it. It's actually quite good. It's a little gruesome,
right?
But it is actually.
I imagine
quite
it would
good.
be having her in it.
Yeah, but it is quite good, and it is one of Netflix's biggest hits so far right now. I think it's almost bigger than Stranger Things. Right now, it's just become a worldwide phenomenon.
And it's an adaptation from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
It is. See, this is why we're talking about the past, because the past seems to be something that he started with Hollywood, which was a retelling of the story of Hollywood and how Hollywood would be different if it had made changes when it came to gay representation, people of color, that kind of thing, with from the 1940s, which I thought was a fantastic start for him. And he is just having The Politician, which is a teen drama, I think. Teen, maybe early.
Tween.
no, I'm not going to say tween, maybe Gen Z kind of thing.
And it's called The Politician?
Yeah, The Politician. Mm-hmm. He's having a good time on Netflix. He's having a better time than Adam Sandler. And let me tell you something, Adam Sandler's, oh my God.
Is he producing a lot?
He is producing a lot.
So that is where I completely diverge from my entire generation and kind of touch more towards your generation. Whereas, like, I'm totally unplugged. Like, the chance that I actually, like, turn on the TV and watch something is super, super rare. And it's like, because 9 times out of 10, like, you know, 4 years ago, I didn't own a drill. And now my entire everything.
And now Black & Decker is his drill of choice.
It's not. Makita's where it's at. They're not a sponsor. But
neither is Black & Decker. But but if you fit it, but you're a carpenter. You get your hands dirty. You know how to recommend tools and all that stuff.
And like when I do turn on some kind of screen, it's YouTube U. You know, I'm learning how to do something. I'm learning like if I don't have this tool, how do I do it? If I do have this tool, how the fuck do I use it? So that I have 10 fingers. I would like to die with 10 fingers. It's like you meet carpenters, who before they get put in the ground have like 6 and 7.
Okay, I have not seen those carpenters anywhere on HGTV, so I don't.
No, because I don't believe that there are any carpenters on HGTV
who look sexy with 4 fingers.
Yeah, right. They're rocking the permanent shocker, like the permanent 2 in the poo, 1 in the goo.
It's like, oh my God, he has a fantastic ass, but he only has 3 fingers left. What are we supposed to do with that? Well, if he has a perfect ass, I don't really care about the fact that he only has. Wait, how is he holding the tool with only 3?
I'm telling you, man, these guys do it. It just gets scarier watching them do it with less fingers. It's like.
But that really shows that the human spirit, if you really want to do something, regardless of the handicap, you'll get it done.
I don't think does that qualify as a handicap? If you did it yourself?
Well, if you lost 3 fingers and you're still building the house, more power to you.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you might be more.
There's a certain amount of determination.
You might be more in the supervisory position, but you're still building it.
But then, like, because I feel like handicap is something like, I give people with handicap kind of that reservation of like, oh, they were born with it, they can't help it. So it's like, if you did it to yourself, is it still a handicap?
Well, I mean, when you become paralyzed due to an accident or something, I mean, that's not something you're born with.
I guess they're still handicapped.
Yeah, but if you're still trying to do the things that you need to do, I'm all about the fact that if you can still do it, regardless of what's going on with you physically, and you're still doing the thing that you love, I think that's an amazing thing to do. And I think that really shows that you haven't given up.
Yeah, but I think that I fell in love with all 10 of my fingers before I fell in love with carpentry. So I'm going to do everything I can to hold on to those 10 before I love anything else.
Is this episode going to be a little bit offensive? I hope it's not offensive.
No. And I don't mean any offense to those guys. But like, there are guys, a big joke that goes around in a lot of the YouTubers that I watch is like, like I have all 10 of my fingers. I've been doing this for 35 years. Like, you can take advice from me and feel good about it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's like, and I've run my finger through the table saw before. It's like I have come really close to running, like gone to these things. So like when they say that,
I have had a pneumatic staple gun go through my finger.
Yeah,
that pain is something you do not want to experience.
It means something,
especially
for somebody
when
to have
you
been doing carpentry for 45 years,
especially
instead of all 10 of their fingers.
When you still have to figure out how to get that staple out of your finger.
You just pull.
Oh no! When it's a super thick metal and it goes right through, and it's not just pull. You have to,
I would cut the other end off.
Yeah, you have to cut the ends off, and then you have to
and then you have less to pull out.
And by the way, that's time. Sure. That's time. That's not like, it comes out instantly. You got to find, you got to cut it. And you got to
And you have to pull it out in such a way that you don't create a more grievous wound.
Exactly. So
because once it's in there, your flesh on the inside of your body is basically Jello.
Yeah, exactly. Because if it's not like
compared to anything kind of solid.
It's not like a splinter where the moment you pull it out, you're like, "Oh my god, I feel so much better."
Well, right.
No, yeah, exactly.
And, because rarely does anyone get a splinter that penetrates the dermis.
I've had a nail through the foot. I've had a nail through. They went all the way through.
I'm gonna knock on.
That went all the way through the foot. I stepped on a board when I was a kid, and when you're a kid, you're a little bit more resilient.
Well, right, and then you learn those lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
You learn not to walk around without shoes on, et cetera, et cetera.
Playing in a junkyard, and I stepped foot first through a boarded nail, and it went all the way through.
Oh my gosh, you had a Home Alone moment.
I had a Home Alone moment, and it was not. It was a trip to the emergency room where I had to dunk my foot in this weird solution to kill the germs, and then I had to get
tetanus shot.
A tetanus shot.
Whoop, whoop.
And stitches. So yeah,
super glue is your friend. Like when I ran my finger through the only injury that I have, and the only kind of like thing I'm kind of holding on to, and I make jokes about it all the time because everyone at this point in the world has seen or heard of the video with like the beautiful nail chick. And she's like, "Oh no, it's your nail. Do like that." And like now, I actually do have a nail that do like that. Like, because I've been, in this quarantine and whatnot. Is like commissions are hard to come by, etc. People don't want you working in their homes, so I'm not doing as much trim carpentry, etc., etc. So I've been like experimenting with like personal image and like I like this. And anyone who knows me knows that I have zero qualms about like changing shit up and like being non-conforming. But so like I've always wanted to like check out what fake nails were like, and so I have been, and they are fucking flawless. Like nonstop people give me compliments about these pictures I post on Instagram. But I was putting one on and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I can't blame her for that because my nail really do like that. I was like, fuck, it's all
my
sideways
nail
and
really do like that.
Like, oh no, it's your nail, do like that. Like, it's like, and in the video, it's like, oh my, you had like that.
Oh my god, you had an Angela Johnson moment. Oh my god, Angela Johnson is one of my favorite comedians because when she talks about nail salons, she uses that exact.
Yeah, no, it's
exactly.
It's the famous, like, oh no, this one here, it's a little crooked. And she's like, oh no, it's your nail, do like that. And so, like, I actually have a nail now that do like that. But, other than that, I am grateful. I have no serious injuries, but I had some like ground up hamburger middle finger, and all of my fucking injuries seem to be on my favorite fingers. My middle finger on both hands, like. The universe does not want me to have middle fingers. I use them constantly. I
have, growing up with a father who did a lot of carpentry work, but he did a lot of stuff where it came to furniture reconstruction and that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Banged hands with hammers. He used air drills, and he used to have this giant pneumatic pump. And it was huge. If you think, you kids, you get those little tiny pumps that could do all that work. He had this one that was huge.
Right.
That took up like a lot of space in the garage. And literally, you could take a nail gun and shoot a nail gun around the thing and watch.
That's like my favorite thing to do with one of my nail guns.
I know. Me and my brothers.
I just hold the safety back and I'm like. Pew, pew, pew.
I know. Staple guns actually were much more fun.
Or if somebody like is bothering me. I'll just kind of like let one go and it'll ricochet around the room and they'll leave.
We tried it with a nail gun once and I got a nail in my left shoulder and we didn't.
A framing nail?
Yes.
Like a big 3-inch nail. Yeah, no, I don't work with anything that big in the nail.
That was the last time that we used those. So we would always play with the staple guns because the staples were smaller.
Right.
And when they would come out, they wouldn't be like, they would.
You feel it, but it wouldn't penetrate.
Yeah, it would bounce off your skin,
right?
And it was
but
fun to use.
I got you with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I got you.
Exactly. No, absolutely. The same thing with my brad nailer and my pneumatic stapler. or my pin nailer is my favorite. Oh my goodness. And like, I get kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a no spider thing in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm cool with the spiders. I'm not about exterminating all of them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I have a strictly outdoor policy.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I have a discussion with them if I see them outside the shop or in proximity of the entrance. I'm like, if you come inside, you're going to die. I'm going to kill you. So if you want to live, don't come inside.
Thankfully enough, when it came to SAWS, no one played.
No spiders. I mean,
yeah, no one played. And,
so I get them with a pneumatic gun. I
and-
have a blowtorch specifically for the reason of getting rid of spiders.
You have a blowtorch for spiders.
It's the only reason I have the blowtorch.
Okay, spiders are useful members of.
Not inside. That's what I'm saying. I have a discussion with the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I
It
see them in
depends on the
proximity to
spider.
the entrance.
If they're keeping out the fleas and the flies, I'm okay with it. You can.
Spider-Man does whatever.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I did
dear.
not mean for that to happen. Okay, I think.
Also, not a sponsor.
Okay, okay. We're going to have to let's see who this is.
Who's
Okay.
calling?
Who's calling?
At
Who's
this
calling?
hour?
Who's calling at this hour? Hello. Spunkmeyer Brown, are you here?
Hello?
Oh my God, Spunkmeyer, how are you doing?
Where's my pizza?
Where is your pizza? You know, we were about to take a break, Spunkmeyer. We were going to call you in the next half hour.
Bitch, if you
Oh.
pizza, you better
Wait,
show up.
Mm-hmm.
you can call me back.
Okay.
What's up, Pinky?
What is going on, stranger danger?
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Pinky, I was at George over the weekend, and I played some pool.
I'm gonna go there later.
Mm-hmm.
You should meet me there.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. We also have Scott on the phone.
Oh, we gotta go because Scott is sexier.
Oh, hi.
No,
now.
Scott, where are you going? Don't say bye. Hello.
No, I said hi. No, I said hi.
Oh, we were talking to Scott. Oh
We-
shit! Now I'm all embarrassed. I'm gonna turn red.
Hello.
I'm
Hello.
telling Joel how much I'm
And by the
Are you
way,
guys?
crushing.
hello.
Are you?
Charlotte Shotguns is calling from the house. She's
Hello.
calling from the house. What's going on, Charlotte?
Nothing. I thought I'd just call in and make an appearance.
Okay. Well, we have all kinds of appearances right
my
now going
God.
on. Oh my God, we have all kinds of appearances going.
It's like Joel, I didn't
We were
realize
gonna.
you had this many
I
friends.
know. We were just gonna take a little bit of a break.
But
Who else did you have that was an appearance?
Okay. Oh, okay. So here we go. So say hello to Miss
OMG.
Pinky.
Hello.
Hi, how are ya?
Better now.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
OMG.
You guys can do the flirting thing on Thursday, but for right now. Oh my God. We're having a good time. We miss you. You should be here. I know that you're.
I know.
I know that I told you to stay at home, and you know. Oh my God,
Gee.
Spunkmeyer Brown. We hung up on him.
No, we did not.
Well, I hung up on him, and I did not mean to do that, and I,
I mean,
will call
I
him
still
back.
would have. If I had seen Charlotte coming through, I would have still hung up on him.
So we're gonna have to figure out how to have both of you on the show. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break.
I'm gonna say if we do like a split, like a Zoom.
Oh, well, I'll have Spunkmeyer do Zoom, and then I'll have Miss Charlotte come on
And
the
just conference
phone,
both of you guys.
and then we'll just do that thing. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break, and we will be right back. And we're back. It's That Little Gay Talk Show with your host Joel Tatum. Charlotte, where you at, girl?
And I'm
I'm at home quarantining.
She's at home quarantine, and she's not feeling good about herself. Or-
No, I think it's just the climate change. I think it's just the temperature drops and
Yes,
everything
I know.
lately.
You know, Houston can be so rough on allergies.
you know what's
Houston
good for that?
What is good for that?
Rest at home.
Rest at home. Mm-hmm.
Ha! You thought I was gonna say something different, didn't you?
No, I thought you were going to say something. I thought you were going to say something.
I was like, Dick, is Dick good?
Ding, ding, ding. I'll take Dick for 1,000, Alex.
You know, we have a special guest on the show. Besides the fact that, thank you,
Special not guest.
thank you, Charlotte, for joining us in the second half of the show. Thank you, Charlotte.
Hello.
You know,
Magical slash tag.
You know,
I'm gonna bring that back.
when you heard the first part of the show, you expected Charlotte to be here, but no, you got Miss Pinky. And people
That
are like,
makes it-
who the
that is-
fuck is this bitch?
Totally an inappropriate way to
Who
deliver
the
that
fuck
information.
is this bitch? Now we have Spunkmeyer Brown. Where are you, Spunkmeyer?
Yeah, bitch, I'm right here.
We have Spunkmeyer Brown
Woo!
joining us.
Spunkmeyer,
in
do I hear the exhaust fan running in your bathroom? Are you
Huh?
dropping it?
Do you hear the...
Are you dropping
No.
it?
There's no exhaust fan going.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard the fan in your bathroom. I was like, are you coming to us live from the bowl?
Super Bowl.
Only in Purvis'
I'm on
house.
speaker. Is it loud?
No, you're
You're
fine.
always loud, but we love you.
You're always loud. You've been loud your entire life. And you know you're fine, girl, as long as you're not coming from the bowl. And
No, I secretly think that would be kind of amazing.
that would be kind of amazing, wouldn't it? Oh my
I'm
god!
just gonna record a podcast from my toilet.
Well, we could do even if we did like a regular guest spot of like from the bowl, and like catch somebody on the potty like every time, like
You know, but from the bowl.
Whenever they sign off, it's like a toilet flush.
it's like like thoughts from the bowl, like because everyone gets their best ideas when they're in the shower or on the pot, like.
I think that's
On
what.
the latrine.
Actually, my best ideas are after I have an orgasm.
Really,
Oh.
those are my.
That's why
best-
you
those
don't
are
come
my-
up with very many good ideas, huh?
Wow. I fall asleep usually.
Me too. I'm gone. I'm like,
Like, bye. See you in a couple hours.
in all fairness to myself, and this is probably true with Charlotte because I can tell by what I have seen thus far is like we work really hard for the orgasm, and like falling asleep is well deserved.
Okay, yeah. I'll take that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chris. There's a lot of
Sexual harassment,
there's
I
a
think
lot
is what
of
they call
sexual
that.
harassment going on right.
Sexual harassment.
What else? What else is new?
I know
there's-
Chris is all jealous. He's like, "Can somebody please sexual harass me?"
Wait, who's harassing who?
I'm just saying from an HR standpoint, it would technically be classified as sexual harassment. Really, I was just talking about my own experience. But
I would be Linda from HR going, you guys,
you can't say that.
you can't say that to each other.
It'd be like
That's just
bleep,
not-
bleep, 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 bleep.
but you know, Spunkmeyer would be going, but wait, Linda, you said those things to me, and I'd be like, no,
Linda.
I never said those things.
And then
I
I would
said
be
those
like,
as
Then
an
receipts get pulled
example,
out.
I'd be like,
I
Linda,
said those as an
Linda,
example
listen.
of what those would
listen,
be.
Linda, listen. I couldn't resist when you said Linda. I was like, "Fuck." This
Well,
is
I
perfect.
can't say Karen. Karen has been overused in the media for quite some time. So I'm
I
going to
know,
say
but there's like a
Linda.
specific meme for Linda. Like, listen,
Karen.
Linda,
Listen, Linda.
Linda, listen.
Because I'm trying to think about this.
Like, you're not in charge of Grandma's house.
Can I ask everybody in the room who actually does name their child? Who looks at their little baby girl the moment that they're born and says, "I'm going to name you Linda. You are Linda." I'm
The
like,
only thing I can think of is if it's a name passed down.
I'm like,
then
oh,
And that's what it
my
is.
God.
It's
more like-
it's
it's more like a
obligatory.
maybe it's a middle name thing though.
I don't.
And
Well, I would get that more with Karen. Like, who would name their? Who thinks, oh, you're a Karen?
anyone who's ever watched Will and Grace and has high hopes for their child,
But
Karen.
But if you name your child Linda or Karen, your high hopes are, well, they'll do good. They'll work in the HR and they'll be just fine.
bullshit.
They'll be just fine. They'll lead. They'll have like.
I would have to be really impressed with that baby
And by
to
the way,
name it Karen.
I want to say this about
That baby.
about the names Karen and Linda. When it comes to racial lines, they would all have the same hairdo. It would be like a
The little spike in the back.
Yes, they would have a little spike in the back.
You guys are all missing out on like
They
the
would-
most important Karen there ever was in existence.
We're not talking about Karen Walker. 'Cause-
I know, but why aren't we?
because Karen Walker was the
Only
exception.
relevant.
the
Karen.
exception to the rule. I mean, honestly,
I
she's
feel like
the only,
I feel like
she's the only exception to the rule.
the only thing that I think of when I think of what you guys are talking about is
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy.
From where?
Just the name Chrissy. Like anyone ever encountered named
That's three-
Chrissy.
Okay, for the older queens and that's me and the other person who has not spoken up, and I hope he will speak up sooner than later. That's from
Hey, was that me?
yes, that's you, bitch.
Yeah, he said old queen.
That's you, bitch.
that was your
That's
your
from,
mark.
That's from Three's Company, season 1 through 3. So yes,
That was before my time.
okay.
Lies.
You know what? Lies,
Lies.
lies.
Hold on. I got a button for that.
Liza Minnelli live.
Hey, I own up to him, and it's true. I mean, that was a little bit before my time.
Okay, well,
That was like adult humor. I didn't get it.
well,
Wow.
I didn't get it either, but everybody in the 70s was named. Well, okay, first of all, I have to say this. You know, the way that I grew up, we watched shows. By the time I was a certain age, most of the shows that I watched were already canceled.
Well, right.
So the
Yeah.
Brady Bunch was canceled by the time I had reached a certain age. Bewitched was canceled by the time I reached
Right,
a
and you
certain
guys actually
age.
had to wait like a week
Yeah,
for a new
we-
episode to come out.
Yeah. Well, we had we had to wait for a week. For
A
it
whole
to-
week.
and
Can you
they weren't
imagine?
even new episodes. They were episodes from like the early 70s, and I'm like, okay, it's 1979,
And they're playing them in
I'm
chronological order.
I'm
and then
waiting
every
for
now and
a
again, they'll
new
do a repeat on a
episode of
holiday.
Bewitched from 1971. Why am I doing this? Why am I? But by the way, Samantha was the bitch. So yes.
See, I want to
would-
look at
I
my baby
would-
and be like, "You are a fucking Samantha."
yes, you are a Samantha.
But
You
the,
or
were
a
a
Tabitha.
Samantha.
Or a Tabitha.
right, a Tabitha or the bad, the
Tabitha.
real bad
But you were
bitch.
never an Adam. You
The
were
re-
never an Adam.
The real bad bitch was Grandma.
Andorra. Oh, Andorra was.
Ooh, she was a bad bitch.
Andorra or Uncle. I wanted to be Uncle
She was the
Arthur.
original.
I wanted to be Uncle Arthur. When I was a kid, by the time I saw and realized who Uncle Arthur was, I was an Uncle Arthur. I was a big fan of Uncle Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 1979 to 1980. It was all about Uncle Arthur, and that was all there was to it.
I was like,
Uncle Arthur.
Uncle Arthur was the shit. He would come in and make all these. He would do all these jokes and
And-
do all these pranks and everything else. He upset the balance. of
But, like-
what was- but everybody loved him.
tell me that RuPaul didn't like. She wasn't sitting down watching like
Mm-hmm.
an episode of Bewitched and saw Grandma. And was like, fuck.
No,
Her eyes are fierce.
no,
Like,
yes,
and that's
with-
where she got the fucking.
Yes, RuPaul was all about Endora, but I was about Uncle
Like,
Arthur.
that's original drag makeup right
I
there.
know. I was all about Uncle Arthur. Now, wait a minute. Now, don't
Just
get
trace
me wrong.
that shit back.
I will
It's
tell
like
you right now.
Cleopatra's
That's
the
not
only
true.
other place you can find
That's
it.
not true. When Elizabeth Taylor played her twin sister, her twin cousin, that's where RuPaul got her shit.
Fair enough.
That's where RuPaul got her shit because she played her twin cousin, who was like this radical evil bitch. But she wasn't evil. She was just doing her own thing.
Well, that
She
was
just-
Grandma.
No. Her twin cousin.
Well, I guess Grandma just hated the,
No,
the
her
hubby. And
yeah,
the fact
her
that she
twin
was,
cousin.
That she was commingling with
You know what? Now I'm gonna have to. You know
what
what?
we come to know as
I'm gonna Google.
muggles.
I'm gonna Google it because no. Samantha had a twin cousin, and we cannot remember her name, so I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Not
Everybody,
Samantha.
yes, Samantha and Elizabeth Montgomery played this.
Oh, Elizabeth Montgomery?
Yes, Elizabeth.
Because you said Elizabeth Taylor a second ago.
No,
I was like, no.
no.
/tag never happened.
No.
Elizabeth Taylor was never on Bewitched.
Yes, no. Elizabeth Montgomery.
Like, hold up. I must have missed them episodes.
No.
Wait, was RuPaul on Bewitched?
No, I'm just saying
No.
that that's where, like, you think about drag makeup and, like, the whole, like, the cat eye. And,
Oh, I see what
the
you mean.
origination of it and, like, where, little kids sitting at home would have ever gotten the impression that was, like, it. It's like it was fucking Grandma on Bewitched because she had some fierce fucking eye makeup.
Right.
Or like, and it was funny that you mentioned Elizabeth Taylor because did she not play Cleopatra?
No, she played her. She played her.
No, not in Bewitched, but Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra in the movie Cleopatra, right?
Did she? I don't know. She did.
And everyone threw a fit because Cleopatra could not have possibly been a white girl.
Well, okay. First of all, let's put that to rest. Let's put that to rest because as one who is a history
Yeah,
buff and
1963.
everything- yeah,
Elizabeth Taylor, Cleopatra, like that was the, and it was still, if you look at it compared to like,
oh, I see it right here.
to cat eye makeup,
yes.
it is still fucking, it's super fucking tame. But then you
But
go
she
Bewitched.
took that same character and put it on Bewitched, and it was
wow.
her cousin. What was her cousin's name? I'm trying to remember her cousin's name.
And you're talking about Samantha's cousin, or
Samantha had a twin cousin who had black hair, but she was like this funky, like.
sorry, y'all, that was me trying to Google.
I know, right? So we're both Googling right now.
I meant like
because-
that butt end of the quote.
Oh my god,
unquote.
her makeup is everything.
Yes, I
For like back in the
knew.
day.
Right.
Mhm.
And are you talking about the cousin?
Yes, we're talking about the
No.
cousin.
Oh, I'm talking about the grandma.
Yeah, exactly.
With her-
Yes, and Dora was amazing.
Fucking
But
fierce. She
I
invented
was-
the like white.
I was Uncle
highlight
Arthur.
In
I
the,
was Uncle Arthur. I was. I
in
was
the eyelid. She did. She was like the first you ever saw in Hollywood do like that super streak of like white nakedness over the eye, like, and it was different every fucking time. She had gold and it always coordinated with her fucking outfit. It was fucking fantastic. And she just looked like a bad bitch. Like you knew
because she was a bad bitch.
because she was.
Because she was a
And
bad
she
bitch.
constantly read that her son-in-law though, like she
And
was
you know the funny-
constantly reading him.
You know the funny thing is that the funny thing is the fact that for the longest time, Serena, that was the other character for the 20 years after that. She was not credited for that role because she wanted to be mysterious in that role. It wouldn't be until the 1980s that
because it was
fu-
the same girl.
It was the same girl, but
Right.
in the 1970s, she was not credited for that role.
Because you couldn't possibly give an actor 2 credits.
Yeah,
for,
exactly. But she played her twin cousin Serena, who was like this super hip.
and that
Yes,
she was a little bit funkier, a little
yes.
bit go-goer.
She was like the evil version of Samantha, but she wasn't really evil. She was just a bad girl.
She
who
was
liked to-
evil at the time, which
Yes.
like pot was evil.
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
Time. Like,
but she was just a bad girl who liked to do her thing.
like folk was evil
yeah,
at the time. Like,
exactly. Exactly. She was just a bad girl
She
who
was
liked
the
to do her
satirical
thing.
relief
Yes, exactly.
to the show,
Where
like,
Samantha
where they
was
threw politics into it.
I know, but Samantha was like the housewife married to a
Quintessential,
mortal.
yes.
But Serena was like this. Oh, girl, I'm doing my own thing,
Spinster,
that kind
right.
of thing. So yeah, Serena was like
Communal living, everyone belongs to
yes,
everybody.
exactly. She was the opposite of Samantha, and that was fun, and I love that. And Elizabeth Montgomery had a good time playing that role because she got to be the opposite of that.
Well, I think that she probably, if we look at the politics behind that, she probably pressed the role so that she could get hands on actually executing some of her political activism and using her spotlight and celebrity status to shine light on, you know, all of that BS going on at the time that, like, you know, it was the shaming of the day. It was the pothead shaming. It was the disco shaming. It was the sexual liberation shaming, etc., etc. The senior citizen has.
Hey, was it the same actor?
Well, it's the same one who plays Samantha. But they
Oh wow, she just had different hair and different look.
right. So I think that
Okay.
she had probably established a foothold for the show enough where, like,
Yeah.
I'm insisting on this character being introduced to the narrative, and if you don't, you lose Samantha as well.
Yeah,
And kind of being able to finally not be, because you can't turn Samantha into that character, but you can use her spinster hippie, you know, free living sister or cousin into that and create an entirely different character. But the fact that they are pretty much identical is where it gains weight, I guess, for me. Because it's the same person. She just has two sides. Or like, just because you know this person doesn't mean they don't have this to them. I think she probably pressed to have that role added to the narrative.
Yeah.
Because Samantha, as well established and as big a moneymaker as she was in the narrative, you can't turn her into her. But she also can't do anything to change
her character, I guess.
Well, or things in the real world. You know, like pop icons take on social movements in general. So she couldn't address any of the things going on socio-politically
you also have to look at the fact that, you know, when Samantha and Darren had children, the lead child, Tabitha, had all the powers of her mother, but the second child, Adam, had no powers. But here was the funny thing, and this is how they turned it around later, because I remember as a child watching the adult version
and that's
of the
a
show.
whole biracial,
Yeah,
nod.
exactly. The fact of the matter is that when the children grew up, and I remember watching, it lasted less than a season.
Right.
But I remember the fact that the one thing that Adam had over his father was the fact that witchcraft did not affect him.
Right.
Because he was invulnerable to witchcraft.
Right, because
even though he was not a witch and he was immortal.
Well, he was a witch, but the only way that he actually he got the totally recessive gene in that line.
Exactly.
You know, and he was as invulnerable as a witch is to other witchcraft.
Yeah, exactly. He was invulnerable to witchcraft, even though he couldn't practice witchcraft.
Well, he couldn't work magic.
He couldn't work magic. His sister
magic
could work.
Couldn't be worked on.
Yeah,
him.
but magic couldn't be worked on him. Whereas his father,
which is a huge feminism. It's a feminism thing.
I know. His father was turned into all kinds of things throughout the season. Oh my God.
Grandma was
poor Darren. He had been
Grandma was really shitty to him.
It wasn't just Grandma. It was Uncle Arthur.
Well, anyone who's just like
it was Aunt Agatha. It was her father.
Aunt Agatha.
Aunt Agatha. Oh my God, I loved Aunt Agatha.
The other bad bitch. Like,
and she was a poor thing. She was. She's what would happen if Alzheimer's happened to someone with magic.
Well, right. It's just like
I'm like, oh my God, this poor woman.
For all of you noobs, for all of you millennials out there. Probably equivalent to Ron Weasley.
Exactly.
With a broken wand. Is pretty much, auntie there. So she had that kind of luck with magic.
I'm sorry. Spunkmeyer, are you still
so
there?
It's relevant.
Is Spunkmeyer still there?
I think he fell asleep on the toilet.
No, I'm still here.
He's still there.
Oh, thank goodness.
I was just wondering, I was just thinking, I mean, haven't millennials seen Bewitched? I mean, didn't it come on TV Land?
Well, it did. Did it come on TV Land?
I just assumed everyone knows what Bewitched is.
Sabrina came on.
The remake of the movie with Will Ferrell.
Oh, that was terrible.
Which was
God.
Terrible.
Oh God.
One Will Ferrell movie that I really did not enjoy.
It was terrible.
But
that was when I was like the end of Nicole Kidman.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you know what? Nicole Kidman has been fine. She has been critically acclaimed. She's won an Oscar or two here and after.
She's redeemed herself a little.
But that was, what were you thinking with that movie? That was
what was she thinking? We just had a 25-minute conversation about how badass Bewitched was.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, to take that on. The only trouble is they did it in such a light humored way. If they had done a dark, like what the remake of Sabrina was, equivalent to it, and like made it reality what it would be in a marriage today to do that, and how that would go now.
I watched the first 2 seasons of Sabrina, and I went,
oh, I love it.
Season 3 was not that great.
But it was so good.
I didn't really enjoy season 3 at all.
Oh.
I feel like they tried too hard to be part of the occult, and I'm just like, that's honest.
Probably because they got
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I love that. Was it the Three Sisters? The Three Sisters.
I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
The Adopted Sisters?
Yes. I enjoyed them more than I enjoyed Sabrina. herself.
Yeah, they were sickening.
They were sick.
They were like the evil villain that we needed.
I know.
Well, because they were totally real. They acted how teenage girls would act if they had access to magic.
And home chick with the short hair and with the little
girl with the finger waves.
God, with the finger waves and everything. Yes, oh my God, she was like.
I bet you, like every little gay boy watching that's like, I want to be her.
I want to be her.
Because I still want to be her, and I'm probably older than her.
Okay, I am a older.
I hate looking at
I am a man of a certain age, and I watched it and I went, I want to be that bitch.
Like, period.
Yes, exactly. That bitch. Sabrina's nice, but I want to be that bitch.
I think.
Well, because I mean,
I haven't seen it in a minute, but I just thought Sabrina was just a little stupid. I'm just like, shut up, bitch.
But you know what?
She's naive and pure.
Like, why couldn't they make Sabrina a person of color?
No. I love. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I do love Sabrina. I do love Sabrina, and I do love the idea that they made her I love the fact that they made her the character from my favorite show.
I think it's a nod to how naive the whitewashed America is, though.
But I don't think. But here's what I loved about Sabrina.
She's so clueless.
Here's what I loved about Sabrina, though. If you're gonna make her the white girl, I'm okay with it if you do it right, and I think that they did do it right with her.
Yeah. I mean,
really
especially if they have any sort of political agenda.
Yeah, if they had any kind of political...
She is so clueless to, like, how the world actually works.
But she's not that clueless. She realized that who she is as a half-breed put her in a situation where she had to stand out and be that person among full breeds.
She dug her heels in.
Who discriminated against her.
And said, even if you don't have all
exactly.
this, you can still do it.
So she still did it. But at the same time, she didn't come out as, I'm not going to be this.
Right, but she didn't full on rise against.
She didn't
turn into the femme fatale.
No,
she said,
what
you know
she
what?
didn't do.
I can play that if you want to go there.
What she didn't do
but I would rather not.
What she did do is that she realized her privilege when she was immortal. She realized her privilege as immortal, but she also realized that as a witch, she didn't have that same privilege. And I think that she realized that when she looked at her friends...
Even less, because her friends actually like her less.
Yeah, exactly.
When she comes out as a witch. Like, think of Harvey.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he doesn't want anything to do with her colored pencils.
But I think that her friends did like her more because she started to realize what it means to be in that.
She became an avenue for questions they couldn't answer.
Yeah, exactly.
But they didn't like her more.
But she became an avenue of what she can be when she realizes that I'm not that bitch. I think that you know what? Here's the thing, and here's what I love.
I think I identify with Sabrina too much.
Yeah, here's what I love.
I started off that way. And then watched. Like, okay, push me to the edge. Bitch.
I watched
the
the last episode of Saturday Night Live, and it was with a comedian who was super old school, and he said, I quote, "I do not like the fact that white women have jumped to the front of the line when it comes to discrimination." Even though they don't know what discrimination really is. They've enjoyed all the perks of being a white woman, but as soon as the shit hit the fan, they jumped over everybody else to put themselves in front. And
and like they know
what
it feels like. It's like
they enjoy. He goes.
It's like it hurt your feelings. And that's valid. Like if it did actually happen to them, and. But I'm big on there's no such thing as reverse racism. Like I think that's weird that even was a thing in the.
But here's a white
just
man.
Just given the language.
But here's a white man telling white women, "Hey, you know what? You enjoyed us being assholes, and you reveled in it, and now you jump to the front of the line trying to act like a victim. You're not a victim of it,
right?
You stop.
Are you talking about Me Too?
Kind of Me Too, and kind of everything else. But you jump to the front of the line." Over people who actually were victims of stuff, and you try to say your own thing. Look, we get it. We treated you badly. But guess what? A lot of times you enjoyed it. You didn't have a problem with it.
Not
So-
enjoyed it. I won't say that they enjoyed it. I will say that they were complacent in the
Yeah,
benefits
exactly.
that it came with.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't say that they enjoyed
It wasn't
You're
an
right.
issue for
Yeah,
them
it
there
wasn't-
and
it
then.
wasn't an
when,
issue
when
for
they
them.
stood to gain from it,
Yeah,
they were
exactly.
okay with being
They were okay with
docile
it.
and doormat
exactly.
status.
But when it,
But when it started like, oh, well, you need to start pulling your own fucking weight, then they had a fucking issue, and
Yeah,
they
they-
had like,
yeah.
oh, well, you need to repay me for all those fucking years
yeah,
that
exactly.
you treated me like shit.
So
Like,
they
no,
would
not
jump.
really.
So it was the first time that I actually saw a white man point out to white women, "Wait a minute. We know we did bad. We know we're horrible. We know that, and we need to."
When
take
did you ever hear a white man
Saturday
admit
Night
that?
Saturday
Oh, okay.
Night Live?
I'm gonna have to watch
it.
that.
It was a
Okay.
comedian. Saturday Night Live, and he literally said, "I love the fact that white women jumped to the front of the line as soon as shit got real, with the whole Me Too and everything else. You didn't look at everybody else, but you enjoyed all the benefits of
Right,
being
you just
as a white
fucking rolled
man."
your eyes and
Yeah,
said,
you
"Oh, it's
rolled your
another
eyes.
black
Yeah.
girl on TV."
Yeah, exactly.
Throwing the racist card.
And he got shit for it. By the way, he got shit for it, and which I did not agree with.
Well-
did not agree with the fact that he got shit
But
for
that
it.
is how change happens.
Yeah, exactly. And I watched him tell that monologue when he was in that monologue and telling white women, "Hey, you enjoyed it. Fuck, we both need to be sitting on the." You know what he said? He said, "We both need to be sitting on the couch, taking it from everybody, because we are the two people who did all the shit that we did.
Well, right.
We need to be taking it from everybody. So stop jumping."
And she used him just as much as
Yeah,
as,
exactly.
as he used her.
Exactly.
I mean, and that's how that she used to go. And now that it's not mutually beneficial,
Yeah, exactly. And this
now that there's this whole equality thing where they want this recognition, it's like, hold on, that doesn't mean it's retroactive. It's like from this point forward, it's like you want to be recognized, then take on the full responsibility of what equality really means.
Exactly.
And I'm plain like that in general. Like I take the description for what it is. It's like if a woman wants to be equal to a man, it shouldn't mean any more
But you
for
know,
a man to hit a woman than it does a woman to hit a man.
But you know what? Here's the thing. He got reamed for that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he getting... He
Because
literally
people
told
don't
the
fucking
truth.
like that. Exactly.
He literally told the truth.
Hello,
when
you
it
live
came-
in fucking America.
I know.
Donald Trump is our fucking
I
president.
know. He told the truth when it came to white women. As a white man, he told the truth when it came to white women, and he got reamed for it.
Is he married?
He is married. I think
Is he
he's
married to a white woman?
I think so. But he has...
Ooh, his wife must be a psychologist.
His wife must be a fucking saint, because either she knows...
No, but she's the one calling, because I guarantee you, as a married man, he would never bring that issue
Because-
up if his wife wasn't okay with it.
Yeah, because the funny thing
Yeah.
is that he's a typical New York man who is...
But his
who
wife
should be
has
the
to have a
most
super neo
who
understanding
should be the
of-
most sexist man on the planet, but he literally called out white women and told them...
Who was
You're
this?
just-
What comedian was this?
Let me...
But I mean,
Let me look it up. He's an old school comedian, and I followed him for years. And actually, he has a show on Netflix.
because I guarantee you, his wife is like a behavioral psychologist or studied psychology or works for like WIC or something. Because he's getting that permission to talk about that. Like, because that's a super sensitive, like, you don't broach that subject as a married man without the consent of your wife. Like, there's so much that is on limits
Burr.
as a comedian.
Bill Burr, thank you. Bill Burr. His monologue was so amazing, and a lot of people give him crap for it. He told the truth.
Yeah.
He literally told the truth, and he told it from a perspective of a New York man trying to deal
'Cause
with
his-
what's going on right now.
His wife is a real chick.
And he was not.
He's got a ride or die.
He had no problem with pointing out exactly the fact that, hey, if I'm going to go down as a white man, I'm taking white women with me because white women are just as guilty as I am.
/ I mean, we've gone through my whole minority of one
Yeah, exactly.
principle, and it's like the exclusivity of
And by the way, both
dividing everyone up is what's wrong with it.
Charlotte and Spunkmeyer, go on Hulu, watch his monologue. I'm telling you right now, This is the first time.
It's on Saturday Night Live?
Yes, it's Saturday Night Live.
I'm gonna have to use
This is the first time that I've seen a white man literally take down white women and tell them they're just as guilty of all the stuff that's going on as
100%.
white men are. And it was amazing.
Who I think has been making big waves in kind of illustrating that in a way that white people understand is Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft?
I haven't seen it yet. It's on
Super
HBO
fucking
Max.
interesting.
It's on HBO Max, which I can't afford right now. I will get it again because people have been telling me I need to watch this show. But HBO Max.
No, I mean, right before we vote, Trump is going to sign that executive order, and you're going to get that stimulus check. So, just because Americans are so shallow-sighted, sure, I'll sign Trump on for the next 4 years to get $1,200 right now.
Let me go pee because we're going to talk about this because, like I said, we've been this episode is about past, present, and what we're talking about now. And I think that this is.
I think the toilet bowl episode is perfect for this. Yeah.
So you guys talk.
Yeah, talk to me, guys.
Talk to us, guys.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since we've heard from both sides of your fence as well. But talk to us. What's going on?
I know. Tell the other side of my fence that it's been since September of last year. Jesus.
So you've been on the show?
What now?
Well, you've been on the show?
No, since I got laid, but.
Oh my God! Whoa.
I was talking about
Wait, you haven't been late since September
of 2019.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's almost a year. It's over a year. It's over a year.
Hey. All right. Charlotte does math. She maths good.
Barely.
Thank goodness. Don't mess with it. It's tricky stuff.
Thank you for Siri.
Unless you're okay. So something that kills me is you get these virtual assistants, right? And they don't know a goddamn thing unless you're connected to fucking Wi-Fi or mobile data.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Not even simple calculations. It's that.
Or it's not even Siri, bullshit. Play some music for me, and then it's just
shit that you already have downloaded.
Useless. Yeah,
it's
you have to make me pull out my phone.
Siri's not available right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's the new normal that we've come to in life. Is just depending on our social.
How smart is it if it needs constant access to internet?
I guess because it needs a brain.
Well, right, but what the fuck are we paying $1,200 a phone for then?
For the look.
$1,200?
Oh, I forgot. Purvis is one of those A20 guys.
The LG 7.
he's the Boost Mobile model. I love you.
Purvis. I need a new phone actually.
I have a Galaxy something that will work for you. That I guarantee you. That I already know. I don't even have to know what you have.
I just jumped in here and there's some kind of Galaxy stuff. I know.
I don't even have to know what phone you have, and I know it's an upgrade.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
Do you remember when he first came on the show and we all saw his phone and we're like, how do you use that? And it wasn't because it was old.
Are we talking about Spunkmeyer here?
Yeah, the screen was so crushed on it.
I know. There was so many cracks. So many cracks.
Yeah, this screen is crushed too.
It was a huge deal when he got a new phone. We're like, oh my God, we can fucking see the screen on your phone. What are you doing?
You didn't realize that lasted.
It was pivotal.
That lasted 3 days, and there was more cracks. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to your phone?
It's what do you do for a living? Do you hang out with?
I don't know. I guess
in National Treasure and or Angelina Jolie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, good Lord!
I just drop it a lot. I guess.
We know, it's hot. Sorry, I had to go for it. I'm taking the easy kills these days. We just discussed that it's been since forever.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at Charlotte, and
I'm picking them off.
I feel like that she's.
Oh my gosh, is she on video of it?
No, she's on video, and she is
I could have been.
She is Are you on your sewing machine making some more stuff?
No, I'm just putting things.
Do you have the the working knowledge of, like corset / brassiere,
Okay.
like discipline.
Would you like me to turn the phone?
I kind of
over
do,
to
but
you?
not because I'm worried that she's able to make a corset.
I don't.
Nothing you do.
Okay. You know what?
It's the low angle.
What low? Wait, what are you bitches talking about here?
It's the up angle. We're good at that these days.
Okay, I feel like that there's some kind of language going
Oh,
on.
mine's
here.
mine's at a low angle, so I look like trash.
Okay,
Not true.
I
I don't even have to look at the phone. I know that's not true.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Spunkmeyer. Do you get a feeling that there's some kind of secret language going on here? Because I'm like,
no, it's just it's one. Okay, so nowadays it's probably known as selfie
Oh, Lord.
101, but back in the day it was known as portrait photography.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Selfies.
it's like selfie 101 now, but like when I learned it, when it was darkroom photography, like black and white, 35 millimeter.
Okay, I'm sorry. You act like
Or like sepia.
You act like you're the oldest person in this room talking about darkroom photography.
I
I
feel like
know
I
what
probably-
you're talking about.
But I mean, that used to be. But that's when I learned how to be a professional photographer. You take
What is darkroom photography?
Okay, you guys can
You
have that
develop it on an
conversation
easel
out.
in a darkroom.
Which
Oh, you're in your 20s, aren't you?
Oh my God, I feel old.
Me?
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Holy fuck.
I know.
I was the last generation. At my
What is
school.
darkroom photography? Oh my gosh. Wow.
Mhm.
Oh, is that like that? Is that like the red room where you like shake
Yes,
the picture
30,
or something?
35
Yeah.
millimeter, where you develop and you work on an easel, and you actually have to develop it yourself and time it with an exposure and.
Actually, there's a good
That is a
documentary on
whole
it.
process.
Yeah, it is.
So I fell in love with photography during that period of time and
Can I-
became a professional
I'm
photographer
sorry.
shortly thereafter.
This is where I'm sorry. As the older person in the group, this is where I grew up reading comic books where they had this where Peter Parker would go into his dark room and
Exactly.
develop the film
It's
from
that part
all
of the book that's all
Yes.
black and it's just a red marker.
where he would like
Yeah.
turn on the red light and develop all the film
and
from
the strings hanging across the room
Yes.
where they haven't hung
like a
up
little
with clothespins.
clothesline where he would put all the pictures
And
up
that
against
is
his
all
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
accurate. Like my last year of high school, I think the only reason I graduated with enough credits was because I was taking
I'm trying to figure out
I filled 4 periods with photography. Like my high school only had like photo 1 and photo 2, like advanced photo 1, advanced photo 2. And I think my last year of high school I was taking like advanced photo 8. But I was just taking like it over again. The teacher had to come up with like different assignments because I mean, and I still only graduated
the
with
first-
1.9.
Hey, I'm sorry. This is the first time. And I have to say this. And I think Spunkmeyer, are you there? Because this is history being made here.
I'm here. You're starting to scare me.
This is history being made here. This is the first
Uh-oh.
time. This
Right?
is the
I
first-
recognize this type of language when you
You
start
and
using
me
this language.
Both Spunkmeyer.
Okay.
We both.
Okay, this is
Both
the
of us
first
have the
time.
same look on our face.
This is the first time. This is the first time that I'm seeing an upper millennial and a lower millennial having a conversation. And
Oh.
A
yes,
first batch and second batch.
It's an upper millennial who is in his mid. I don't. Am I okay with saying you're 30?
I am in my exact mid 30s. Don't say
Okay.
upper or lower. I'm
Okay,
in
you're
my
exact. And I'm looking at the
I'm at
lower,
my exact
the
30.
lower millennial who is in. By the way, who is on the end? Who is on the? Okay, you know what?
The cusp.
He is.
So we have up and lower millennial and upper and lower Gen X
He
too.
is, he is a
Right?
lower millennial. He's at 26. He's a lower millennial. He is he's not Gen Z. Because
No.
Gen Z goes to 24, I think.
Right.
24,
So
25.
I guess you might call him like sophomore.
So he is the lower millennial on your scale. And here's the thing. So here we are. We have a lower millennial and an upper millennial having a conversation. This is
about black and
hilarious.
white photography.
And I
But-
have never seen this before.
I mean, and all of that to just say, like, I already know that his camera is set at a low angle because that's how you take portrait photography. It's the most flattering angle. It's like when you the best reference I have is wedding photography. It's like you always take pictures of the bride from below, like mid chest, so that if she does have a double chin, it doesn't show up in the pictures.
Because
Oh wow.
because
I don't know.
because Chris
She
because
sticks
this
her
is the-
neck out and like up. And kind of points her chin, but if you take the picture from below a certain level, you can't actually tell, and she just appears thinner.
because Chris is like
And culture has
because this is
shown
the
us to
first
take
time
selfies like that.
with Chris. I am the upper Gen Xer and he's the lower Gen Xer. So
I think
Are you saying I'm a bottom?
yeah.
No, I think that he's saying that Joel is the Jurassic period and you are the Thoracic period. Is what he's saying.
Is that what I'm saying?
If a
I'm in
paleontologist
the
were to address the subject.
But I'm in the bottom
Oh,
Jurassic
okay.
period.
You're in the bottom Jurassic.
You're a cusp Jurassic.
and
You're turning into oil.
I thankfully enough, when people look at me and I'm like, and they're like, "Well, are you a boomer?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not a boomer. I'm not a boomer. Boomer is way before me."
They're like, oh, thank God, they're
And
like
I'm like,
vegans.
oh my
They'll
God.
let you know.
I know, because when millennials, I swear to God, when millennials talk about boomers, they think that I'm a part of that. I'm not a part of that group. I am Gen X. Boomers are my parents.
Well, and we've discussed that.
Boomers
Like,
are my
I didn't
roommate.
even realize that I was like, I'm so far like socially disconnected from other millennials. Like, I'm the very
But you're
first batch.
But
of
you're a
millennials.
millennial because
And I'm
millennials.
technically a millennial.
You're a millennial because that reaches up to the age of 40 something, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was like 81.
Yeah, so you're a millennial, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so
And
hilarious.
that-
What does millennial go up to?
This bitch, she's trying to
Don't-
hold on to her
Dude,
status.
No, do not tell me I'm a millennial. I will
you're
freak.
not, you're not a millennial.
And
You're,
I think
Okay.
you're,
81.
you're a Gen Xer. You're a Gen Xer at the edge of Gen X.
Because you were what, like 57?
Oh,
Huh? What?
You were born in 57, right?
Yeah, I was born in '57.
Okay, that's a boomer. That's not. Okay. That's not a
I couldn't
boomer.
help myself.
I know. No, he is. No, he is.
Pinky, your comedy has really plummeted.
I've been the only person I've been talking to the last like 9 months is myself.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought you had. Don't you have roommates? You don't practice your comedy on your roommates?
Have you met my roommates? I know you met one of them.
Wait, you
I don't know. Have I?
Really? You've met one of them for sure.
Okay, you live alone.
You'd understand. You would
Ooh.
understand
Okay,
for sure.
don't
We're
do
not getting
that.
to. We're not going to touch Silos.
Do not. Don't do that.
We don't do that. We don't,
Don't
do
do
that.
that.
Don't do that.
Remember-
I got a song.
Okay,
for that.
we live in a different. Hey, everybody in this room understands something. You cannot do that because that will hurt you later. So do not do that.
Wait, we can't do what?
Friends, roommates.
Okay, we cannot.
Not true.
No,
We can't talk shit about people?
Girl, I can.
we can.
As
but
long as it's the truth, girl. As long as it's the truth.
but no, we can't.
If
do
it's
that.
the truth, it shall set you free.
No, it will not. It will make your life worse.
Bullshit.
It will
I
make
mean, it's
your-
only worse if it was a bad
I-
experience.
'cause these
I
are-
have never been more broke and more like scrambling and crazy and like
that's
Pinky, you have never been not broke as long as I've known you.
I know. I wish you had known me before.
you were broke before then.
I wasn't. Not until I
Okay.
was in a relationship
Okay,
for
you
10
know what?
years.
You know what?
Are you saying
By
woke
the
or
way-
broke?
Broke.
Okay,
Broke ass white bitch.
Pinky. Don't talk about what happened before.
What? You know what they say, go woke and go broke.
What?
You must have woken up too much.
Yeah, I did, and I said, "You're a massage therapist." What? I got real woke, real quick,
I know.
and then
if,
and then it all, yeah.
if you're gonna woo, if you're gonna wow, don't go back there.
No, and really, it's just, and I have no kind of desire to look back.
Wait, who are you wooing?
I don't even know what. I'm not wooing anyone. Woo is a totally different word. Like that is
Oh.
woo. To woo is to move forward. I would. in
Okay,
my
I'm
approximation.
looking at a picture of my friend right now who's like, really?
I know. Like, watch me. Like,
Oh Lord,
I'm
there you go.
I'm trolling.
No, don't. Sit down.
Oh, there he is.
There you go.
Hi. Hello.
Okay, there.
As
And,
my purse falls out.
and by the way,
I
and
can't
there you
form
go.
words
You
now.
both saw each other, so we're done.
Oh,
You will meet each. other.
chingo.
You guys can meet each other in person on Thursday. We have a video to
On
do.
Thursday.
Tomorrow?
Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday.
Oh, tomorrow is Wednesday.
Tomorrow I'm selling jock straps at Ripcord if you guys want to come.
I've been banned for
I
life.
am. Wait, how are you? No, you can't be.
But I've been banned for life.
Nope, you're not. I can tell you right now, you're not. I've been banned from life for all those bars before.
Unless they got rid of Mike.
Yeah, they did.
They got rid of Mike.
Yeah.
Is Brad still there?
Yeah,
Nobody-
Don't worry about it. You're not banned. I'm
Fine. I've never been to Houston. I'm from Detroit. If I go with you tomorrow, if I go with you on Thursday,
No, I can't. I'm broke. I'm trying to pay bills. I'm
oh,
telling
she's
you.
too old to sell it. That's
No,
right.
I'm telling you.
Well, I'll pitch in one drink for you. I'll pitch in a drink for
Okay,
you.
you know what? I'm trying
We're
to tell
taking
you.
up a collection. We're gonna start a GoFundMe.
Okay, you know what? I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you something. You are not banned. Stop worrying about that. Everybody in
I have
Houston.
been banned.
Wait, are we all going to Ripcord tomorrow?
I guess we're all going to
I'm
Ripcord
pretty sure I
tomorrow.
would come through.
We're all going to Ripcord tomorrow because you are not banned.
Not if Mike is still the manager there.
I'm telling you, don't worry about that.
Girl.
Just wear a mask the whole time.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, exactly. Stop worrying about that.
But my hair is kind of a signature.
Stop worrying
I'll have
about
to wear
that.
a hat.
Everybody looks like you, bitch. Don't worry about it. Put a mask on.
Oh no, this cunt did not.
Yes, I did.
Bitch.
And by the way,
Everyone looks like you. Please.
everybody does.
What is
Do you want to get in the club or not? Stop worrying about it. Nobody.
now?
is,
If I were to say to you, "All you look alike to me," is that
And
not
by
the
the way-
same shit?
and by the way, it has gotten me into every club in Houston.
Because you tell people you're Denzel Washington and you
Yes,
all look
exactly.
the same.
Exactly. As long as when I show the ID, as long hey Denzel, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm getting inside. Who the fuck cares? You are not. Are you talking about the gay community in Houston? You are not banned, bitch. I'm telling you. I've been banned from every bar, and I still step in there every time.
Yes, and you are not me. You don't step out of line in the same way that I step out of line.
You do not. Oh Lord.
Did you throw a bottle? What'd you do?
I got banned from the Ripcord for life, girl.
So did I.
And I have
Girl.
never been thrown out of anywhere before.
You got banned from the Ripcord for life? Are you serious? I got banned from the Ripcord for life too, and I go there every week.
But you got banned before I got banned. If Mike is still there, Mike will.
I don't think they keep count. I don't think people ban people for life. I think they just ban
Oh
them
no,
for.
Mike keeps track. This bitch has no life.
I bet. Can I honestly tell you this?
If Mike is still in charge, I guarantee you, if I
I bet you that if you and I walked up to the into Ripcord, you would
only
get
because
into
you're
Ripcord.
skinny. They'll think I'm somebody else because I'm there with somebody skinny.
Okay, we gonna do this.
Wait, Joel is skinny?
I'm sorry. Did you just say that?
Relatively speaking.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that?
Wait, Pinky, are you fat?
No, but because I'm showing up with somebody who's not fat, they won't know it's me.
Oh, I got it. Oh, right.
Okay.
Got it.
Because I like the chubby love.
Okay, you know what? Corona has been going on. You think you're not? You think you won't get in? Bitch, you gonna get in? I'm telling you. I have been banned from all those bars before Corona, and now I'm back in.
Girl, but 20 years has not elapsed since I got banned.
No, really?
20 years.
20? Oh, no, she didn't. This bitch did not. This bitch did not.
Jurassic World.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh.
You need to stop worrying about that.
I'm not worried about it. I've tried it. I have seen it in action.
When did you try it?
Like, before Corona. I was like,
Okay,
y'all, I cannot fucking be in here.
After Corona, have
this
you tried
motherfucker is
it?
going to find me.
After Corona, have you tried it?
No, and I also like, I did him the respect of, like, didn't want to go over his head. because I took being banned for life by choice.
That's not
because
there's no such thing as banned from life in the back.
Yeah, there is.
There totally is.
From who? I've been banned from
by
life
a
9
bar
times.
manager. Like if you fucked up, if
I'm
you
52
fucking
years
pissed off
old.
Darren,
I've been banned for life from the bars for
and
several
you live
times.
longer than most of them survive in the
Exactly.
wild. That's why.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's why.
And you go in there and you go.
After a lifetime, you were banned for life, and now a lifetime has elapsed.
So are you
you're
saying
back.
that I've survived all these bitches? Have all these bitches died? Is that what you're saying?
That is so funny.
The average life of a gay is
Hey,
only
Joel.
like
In
30
gay
years.
Joel.
Yes.
Hey Joel, you have literally survived all these bitches who ban you for life. Is that what you're saying?
Have you seen the turnover rate at a gay bar? Like it's bad in the service industry. I know you know that in the
But
service industry. It's even worse.
Can I say this? I feel flattered.
It is
'Cause I've
quintupled
literally
in
survived.
a gay bar.
I've literally
I'm
survived.
flabbergasted.
Every
Good
queen,
word.
every queen that told me, "Bitch, you can't come back in here." Oh, let me just live a few more
See,
years,
Exactly.
and
Like, I got
I'll
you.
be back in here. And guess what?
The
Here
bitch
I
who-
was.
The bitch who worked here 6 months ago said that too. But no, Mike has had a foothold at Ripcord surprisingly a long time.
Oh, Mike. Oh, I know Mike. Mike has kicked me out 7 times.
But he is the one who banned me for life.
Mike,
I
has
could
kicked-
go over
Did he
his
kick
head.
you out, or did he escort you out because you were too drunk?
No, he
No, no, no.
escorted me out
No, he said you need to leave
and told me
and
never to come
back.
back. He told me never to come back, and I've been back
And I
several
could go.
times.
I could go over his head, and I could get in there and do it. But like, I just don't want to. I don't want to exacerbate the situation. I want to respect Mike because I know that technically, in the situation I was in, I was in the wrong for sure.
Can I tell you something right now?
I feel like I've been banned for bars, and I don't even remember, and I
He
just go
is-
back the
he's
next
gonna-
week.
By the way, he's gonna do his.
I'm a super memorable person though. Like,
I'm sorry, but
not that you're not.
My co-host, my co-host, my best friend, my thing, is gonna do his show in Ripcord. You're really not gonna go there?
Oh no, I'm gonna go. I just may have to talk to Brad first.
You're not gonna have to do that.
I don't think Brad
Wait.
works there anymore.
Nope. He doesn't.
Wait, Shotgun, you're doing a show there tomorrow?
I'm not doing a show. I'm just selling jock straps.
Wait.
Like it's like a big venue.
So
It's like a
Brad's
big thing that they're having.
Yep.
Brad's not there anymore. Because
I don't think so.
I was under. The
I haven't heard.
understanding
I
that-
had like.
I mean, I know he
I
had
have,
taken
like-
a big step back and was kind of just taking dividends as because I believe he bought it or bought into it.
I'm sorry. I'm broke. If
But
anybody
Mike
wants
was
to
the
take me
manager.
tomorrow, I would like to go because I would like to see if this if this queen gets in.
I would like to
'Cause she
see
will get
Charlotte.
in.
I
I'm
would like to
telling
see
you,
Charlotte
she's
in a
gonna get
jockstrap
in.
as well. No, we weren't all on. I thought we were all on the same
Okay,
page.
you're talking to Charlotte. You're not talking to me.
No, I thought that's what you were gonna say.
No, what I was saying is that if you can get me, I can get into
That's embarrassing. I thought,
for you.
I thought you were gonna say that.
That's embarrassing for you because you said you couldn't get.
I
in
know. No, that's not why. What I said was embarrassing.
there. What's
but I-
embarrassing?
We're not gonna talk about that. I'm glad that Charlotte got it though.
Charlotte's running the show. Are you serious?
I have zero doubt about that.
Charlotte. Oh my God. Charlotte has designed and are you serious? She's running the show. She's got this.
Purvis, do you hear it?
Why don't you ask Charlotte?
But
Purvis.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I was eating and had the mute button on.
Why don't you ask
No, but you
Charlotte?
heard it, right?
what do you asking?
Something about Charlotte running the show.
No. That's not like the literal heard it. Like I'm talking like dun, 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 dun.
Am I the Jaws?
Jaws? Predator?
Never mind. God damn it, Purvis. You kind of suck at
You know I'm not that smart, Pinky.
I disagree with that. I think you are that smart. But perceptive is
I'm
in
sorry.
a different
Why
thing.
don't you
A year takes its toll.
Okay, why don't you ask the
A
guy?
year.
Why don't you ask the guy who's running the jockstrap thing to his face?
No,
He's
I'm not.
Literally
No,
telling
I know,
you.
and I'm seeing him right there over your little jar of quarters. But it was a subliminal thing. Like it was an inside kind of joke to Purvis, and like something you said.
Oh Lord. Okay, so
Because you said
I missed
literally.
it.
so Charlotte,
He is literally running the show.
Charlotte, is this going on tomorrow night?
Yeah, from 9 to I think 11.
9 to 11.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
you're going to be having people model your
Not model. I'm just gonna be selling them, and then people are probably gonna be wearing them just to
Yes.
show it off.
people are going to be
Wow, how cool.
Yeah, exactly.
See, then people would definitely recognize me if I was wearing one.
Do you do porn?
No.
Hey.
I just send a lot of unsolicited.
Okay. You know what? I cannot. I'm doing stuff for the show, so I'm gonna probably be there tomorrow. And I know that I don't have a lot
We
of
need to
stuff
do a
going
photo
on.
shoot. for
Yeah.
sure. We need
No,
time.
we're not. No, I just want to see him do his thing tomorrow night at
I
the
wa-
show.
Well, we probably
So-
won't show you, but
So if you want to come along and see that, that's your thing. But I'm gonna go see him do
I
his show.
I would love to experience him doing his thing.
Thank you. So, do you want to do that or
me.
not?
Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
I would love to do that.
Okay. So
Very
let's-
much.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because that's something that you want to do.
It's like an Archer moment. It's like phrasing.
Okay. By the way, if I do take you, you're paying for all the drinks because I'm gonna have drinks, and I'm broke.
Bitch, I'm a
No.
broke ass cracker. What?
So am I.
I'm
So-
self-employed.
I know. So am I. So you're gonna pay for the drinks, and
What? Because I feel like that's a little racist because you're automatically assuming that I have some kind of white privilege and I have money because I'm white.
yes, you do.
He can't be racist. He's black, Pinky. Goodness gracious.
You know what, Purvis? I love that you said that so much.
Are you calling him Purvis?
No,
No.
Purvis. That's my last name.
Oh, okay.
/tag, we're gonna edit that out.
Like a little bleep.
Like bleep, 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 bleep.
Now everyone knows who I am.
I've revealed your secret identity.
Now I can't run for president. Damn it.
Not true.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Have you heard? Donald Trump is president.
Is he?
Anyone can,
Still?
anyone can run for president now.
Pretty much.
Oh my God, when he got corona, I cannot. Okay, I'm just gonna say this, and I don't even care what anyone feels about it. It's like when he got it, it was finally starting to feel like, especially with the impending election. I was like, oh my God, it's finally like hit a moment where it's like even in the media and the news feels like a reality TV show, and we're gonna find out that he got coronavirus from Melania, who got it from like her personal trainer. And it's like
Got it from actually got it from Donald Trump's son, the older one.
yeah, it's the perfect season finale. Like to see
Oh, yeah, you're right.
to see if the country picks him up for a second season.
Oh my God!
Of
Ew!
Trump.
Don't even say that.
But that's what it is.
what's
Like
going on here?
it's the pilot.
It is,
It's the
though.
pilot series, and like we've ended it on this super dramatic, like
Did he do something
stupid note,
I'm sorry.
and it's just gonna be this
No.
cliffhanger.
Oh my God.
And to
Oh,
see if
God, I'm not watching. I'm not subscribed.
Okay. Well, he will be here on Thursday, and we will talk to him more. But are you serious? What are you doing here?
talking about Trump
Okay, we're not going to
and
do
season
that.
2 of Make America White
Um,
Again.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Great. I mean,
Okay. By the way, we are doing a video for the show and everything else on Thursday. So, if you guys want to be here to help us do that, I would love for you guys to be here.
yes.
I would love for you guys to be here so that we could talk more because we're going to do a video and we're going to try to do some kind of thing. So if you would love to help us do that, we're here to help. And well, I'm sorry. Scott, are you okay with that? Because I want to make sure. That,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I want to get some input from these guys on how we need to do stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, like I said, I have told them how much work and effort that you put into this show, and I'm really appreciative of that. And you've really done a lot to make sure that our show gets off the ground. But now I want to take it to the next level and try to build an audience. And you have been there for me, and you've made sure that you have put this show together, and I really do appreciate it so much. You and I have worked together so hard, and we've made this happen.
They were so hard.
And so now that we're gonna do this, we need the help.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
now that you guys got hard and we're gonna do it.
Okay, you are only doing this because
Because of, it's your wording. I can't help it.
no, it's
You're
more.
teeing them up.
No,
It's got nothing to do with
Okay, you know what? I
Charlotte.
think. Okay, Charlotte, you know that you and I are the.
I'm
thing.
already well caught in Charlotte's web.
So you and I know that we are both doing
Which is
this
a perfect
thing.
chapter for the
But
show.
Absolutely.
But I have the people here who could possibly do more for us and help us get where we need to do. And he was.
I can definitely do more for you.
Yeah, he was someone.
# anything you want.
He was here for me when it happened, and it just didn't work out. But now when I think about what you and I could do, he's
He's the key.
100%. Ankles
he's the
behind the
key.
ears, for sure.
He's the key to get us where we need to be, and I do think that he can do that. I
Absolutely.
really do think that he can do that.
I brought the whiteboard
No,
and the table insert.
I think that I need to. I think that I need to tell you something right now. I'm sorry. I know that
We're not doing that. We're leaving that chapter closed.
is that what you want to do?
100%.
Okay,
What
so
the
we're
fuck good does that do either of us?
okay.
We
so-
can bitch about it. We can complain about it. We can
No,
draw it
I-
out and fucking.
No,
We can field dress that carcass all over the air. It's not going to make for good radio. It's not going to make
I know.
for good nothing, and it's not going to make either of us feel better
Okay, so we're gonna
because we
end
can't
this.
change it.
We're not worried about.
We can go forward,
Not worried about doing that.
and we have now, which is why they call it the present.
Mm-hmm. We're not
Like,
worried about that.
Cue the oh.
Not worried about that. So we're gonna end this.
I have to tinkle.
go tinkle.
I am.
Are you gonna take the headphones off and go tinkle, or are you gonna just look at me and just say you're gonna go tinkle?
I'm tinkling right now.
No, you're not. Not on my floor. You're not. Go tinkle. Go tinkle. Jesus Christ.
Where?
You know where to go tinkle.
No, I said, where's Jesus Christ?
Bye. I'm sorry. This is what we have to do, but I do know that. Oh, you know what? We're gonna call it a day. So hey.